Good evening, one and all, and welcome to another edition of Cop Talk. Yes, it is Cop Talk, back on your Thursday, 10 o'clock. You know how we do. And I can't believe it. Before I even introduce my guest, Stoney, I can't believe it. I've invited Mr. B on, and at 9:37, I've got comments from two of his people them already, bro. The show doesn't start till 10 o'clock. Did you tell them that? 9:37, and they're sending in comments. What's get? Did you pay them, Mr. B? Huh? Did you pay them? Huh?
That is bad.
Let them know that I do have the power to block them. Yeah, let them know this. Right? Get out of order. But anyway, I will say a warm welcome to Mr. B, and he's from our sister channel, the Man United Agenda. And like I tell you, we're not biased. We don't care, win, lose, or draw. Last week we had a Chelsea fan on, and we lost. This week we've got a Man United fan on, so we're not biased, man. We're good like that. So, Mr. B, show some respect, man, when you're on here today. How you doing, Mr. B, man? How you doing?
Bruv, I'm blessed, man. You know what? It's so nice to come on here after a victory, bruv. Because it's been too long. You know what I mean? Before you was doing the channel, we were losing. You know, you come on the channel and me with my big chest, the first couple, you know, you run up your mouth, you're gonna do. I'm cool now, innit? So I'm gonna enjoy what we did to you guys. You know what I mean? Will it happen again? I don't know. It's been 10 years. You know what I mean? And that's why it feels how it feels. You know, our shit team that everybody says is shit. You know, are we gonna surprise a few people? Probably not. I'll be honest. But that victory, man, and the meltdown, Slot moaning about playing long ball. Me personally, I don't give a shit how we won the game. It didn't seem like a long ball game, like a 1980s Wimbledon. You know what I mean? We played some football. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love it. I love the whole meltdown thing and everything like that. But there's a couple of questions I want to ask you, obviously, about your team.
No problem, man. We will definitely get to that. We'll definitely get to that. By the way, I just said hello, Mr. B. How you doing? You know, man, gave you a whole spiel like that.
Sorry, rewind.
Have you not done this before? Yeah?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, man. No, for real, Mr. B's been on here a few times and he's taken beer licks. So it's only right now that they've won that we bring him back in him to come and let him have a bit of his fun. You get me? Stoney, my brother, how are you?
You know, I'm really good. And look, I just have to extend what you were saying as well. Big credit to Mr. B, because I think the last time that you were on the show was after the 7-0. And we took it very easy with you. I think we are a channel, as RT said, we will bring on any supporter from any walk of life, any background, win, lose or draw. So it was good that you've returned on the show, and I said hopefully you'll have some a good insight to Manchester United's victory over us. But yeah, I'm good, RT.
Okay, blessings, Doctor. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm well, man. I feel much better after yesterday. Mr. B, big up, my bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we got Mr. B on today, and for those of you, if you see Mr. B in the comments before trolling us, you know what I mean. Now you've actually see him. That's him there. You get me? Gonna give him 50p for a cup of tea in a minute. Don't worry. Big shouts goes out to Demas. Nice one, Demas. One long-time friend, an Arsenal fan. He always locks in as well. That's what I respect. You know what I mean? That's respect football fans, man. You know what I mean? It's a real football fan, bro. He's an Arsenal fan, but he locks in nearly every week. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter, man. That's lovely. I love that. Anyway, we are going to start off with the Man United, Liverpool Man United game, first and foremost. So it's only right as Mr. B is on here now. Mr. B, where did it go right for you, lot, man? What was it?
Brother, I don't even know. Let me tell you, right?
Did you say Michael Oliver?
Well,
just checking.
Listen,
your sound wasn't too good. Sorry.
If you, man, can't lick the opposition player in their head when they're supposed to, that's not our fault, is it? It's not a foul because you can't foul your own player.
No,
you know
but
what I mean?
It's a head injury.
Yeah.
Regardless,
did he get up?
And you saw it, he saw it, it's a head injury, regardless of who done it, It's the safety of the players. It's not about being a foul.
Yeah.
Speak to your brother. He's a referee.
It's true. It's a fact. What should have
Okay.
happened? And I'm even saying with this, right? Regardless, and it was clear that it was Van Dijk. Clear as day it was a Van Dijk, right? But it was a head injury. So what the ref should have done, he should have actually blown straight away. Because whether the player was fainting it, XYZ, it's a head injury. So that whistle there should have been blown. It's as simple as that. But what was you going to say, Mr. B?
Now he's going to say?
Like he's frozen.
Because he's in shock.
He's frozen. He'll probably come back in a few minutes. But no, the laws of the game are, if it is a head injury, the match official is actually meant to blow up. And that is just a fact. It's got nothing to do whether it was Liverpool, whether it was Real Madrid, Barcelona, whether it was any grassroots football. Go ahead, Mr. B.
Sorry, what was the question?
Did you hear what Stoney said?
No, I missed it.
Okay, Stoney, repeat yourself, please. So you can
head injury from any official, whether it's Premier League, whether it's grassroots, whether it's young people's football. If it's a head injury, that whistle's meant to get blown. So regardless of whether it was Van Dijk or whether it was for Man United, that ref should actually have blown there and then.
Okay.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. Not me. It's underneath the laws of the game.
You know he did it twice. You know he did it twice in the game, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
He let the kind of a head knock. Obviously, the first one, the second one happened in the second half again. He did it twice. So at least he might have been wrong,
but he was
consistently wrong.
Consistently wrong.
Yeah, he was consistently wrong.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I understand why Liverpool fans are vexed. Because if that was a United thing, I would be vexed as well. But the speed that everything happened is more what I was kind of thinking at. The fact that 1 second he was down on the floor, he had a look. Maybe he didn't realize it was a head. There was no blood. I understand that he might not have necessarily seen the elbow hit. You see the player down. I don't know if the camera angle showed if he stayed down, not moving, or if he was moving or whatever. So that part of it, I didn't see. I just look at the fact that how quick United reacted to that scenario and that situation. I think Mbeumo for us has been our best player. It's about time that we started buying Premier League proven players. So in that regards, that part of it, I understand why Liverpool players are vexed. But I'm
vexed with two things, to be fair. All right. So number one, no bias and nothing. I talk real facts. All right. So I've watched it back several times, and Michael Oliver clearly sees what happens, and he lets play go on. Number one. Number two is Van Dijk and our defending of the situation after that. That's what peeved me off as well. You lot did the right thing because you played to the whistle. Referee didn't blow, so you played on, and we should have defended a lot better. Van Dijk should have got back in position a lot quicker. He was very lethargic, very lumbersome, and whatever. And that's what cost us, to be fair. But Michael Oliver, clearly, if you go back and watch it, you'll see he clearly looks at it. He's 15 yards away, 50 meters away, no joke. And he's got a clear, there's no one in his sight of vision. He's got a clear sight of vision of when the ball's coming in like that. He's watching everything. And he lets it play on. But to be fair, it happened. You have to still defend. Regardless, you have to still defend after that. Do you know what? Defend and kick it into row Z and then cuss the referee if you have to.
Afterwards, yeah, I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear that.
100%. Doctor, what did you make of it?
I think because it's interesting, right? Because I think Liverpool fans are feeling quite frustrated with our own team at the moment. So I almost feel like we didn't really put it on the referee like what we should have done. I think we've just gone for but Van Dijk should have done better, and Konate should have read it, and the keeper should have done better. And I think all that is true, but I just simply go back to the point of, like you said, if there's a head injury, the game's meant to stop. Like, I don't think that can really be debated. If he's seen it, I think the only justification is if he hasn't seen it.
Well, that's what he came out with and said. That was his excuse. That's what the PGMOs come out and said.
But in fairness, though, even if the ref hasn't seen it, right, and as you've mentioned, the PGML have made this statement. The fact is, even if the match official hasn't seen whether it's Van Dijk or whether it's Man United, like, players gone down and they're holding their head. So for the match official, we would not know the severity of it, whether the player was faking it or whether it's sincere. He's gone down, he's gone down and he's holding his head. So for me, the match official, by the laws of the game, is meant to blow the whistle.
So my personal view is, I think Oliver thinks in the moment and sees it and is like, but Van Dijk's done it to him. And I think that's why he doesn't blow. I think he just, in that moment, decides, because Van Dijk's caused the injury, then I'm not going to blow. And like you said, Stoney, that's just not correct, innit? He shouldn't have done that.
That's what I think it was. If that was a United elbow on McAllister's head, I think he would have blown. That's what I thought.
Which is bananas once again, though. And I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with anybody here, by the way, right? Because a head injury is a head injury, regardless of who inflicts it on the player. You see what I mean? But you're right. Look, Artie's mentioned it and Doctor's mentioned it as well. Our player should have played to the whistle. I think Van Dijk get caught out. I think he was running back with Uggs, and Mbemo just finished clinically. Fact.
Uggs, you know.
He was running back with Uggs. It's like he was when Van Dijk was running back. It's almost as if, and I don't mind saying it, he was running back as if he was looking for other people to be at fault. And in fairness, I don't even think Van Dijk even needed to come up that high to even approach, to make contact in that position. I mean, it's very rarely that he does that, which is interesting. It's usually either him or Konate. So I think even for that, I don't even think Virgil van Dijk even needs to put himself in that position. It left a position where Mbemo was free, and he said he just dispatched it clinically so quick in the game. Fair due. Yeah.
And I think that's what's a bit bonkers about the situation, right? Because Mbemo is quick, but Van Dijk top speed will match Mbremo's. So realistically, he could have got back, but it's almost like he's almost started off the game with almost like hero ball, like I need to win everything. Because like you said, it's McAllister's ball. You got to leave that to McAllister. It's almost like he's gone from doing hero ball that I need to do everything to then switching off to you, man, now need to cover me. Whereas it's almost like you've just got to keep it consistent. Either you're trying to do everything or you're just trying to do what you're meant to do. And he's kind of just gone into like two different modes. But I just think it's just a sign that the team are under a bit of pressure.
If Van Dijk stays back where he's meant to stay back, and because remember, McAllister's with the player, so he doesn't need two of you.
This is
McAllister stays back and the Man United player wins the ball, then it comes back towards you, and Van Dijk would be there just to clean up.
Yeah. And then if you think about the game, and obviously we'll come into it, but I guess just touching on the Van Dijk part for a second, like he was making uncharacteristic decisions and behaviors that you don't necessarily associate with him. He was super on Kirkers. That one where he flicks onto Kirkers' head and it's a poor clearance from him and he's barking at Kirkers. And I'm just like, when you watch Virgil normally, he doesn't do that, and he's not somebody who like shouts at other players and blames them. And the fact that he's making mistakes and then putting it on Kirkers, and I just think he wasn't right mentally. Not to say that something's going to go wrong with him, but maybe just the pressure of the game, him recognizing that the team need him to step up. So obviously in trying to step up, he made a mistake. But I just feel, like he wasn't quite there.
Trying to be the leader. I hear that.
But almost trying to be the leader in a way that he doesn't normally do. Like he's going over and above, and it just wasn't necessary.
So and that's the beat of the derbies. That's the beat of the derbies, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it.
Says the man on the ground was moving around. If he was knocked out, then you blow the whistle.
Regardless,
you have to wait for him to be dead first.
A head injury is a head
injury.
But what if he was faking though?
It's like when you go.
What if he was faking? You know what I mean?
Because that's what you do with that after. But
but that's the point.
You don't know.
We have to see what we do first, didn't it?
It's like when you
weren't bleeding. Can I want to ask. I know we got a doctor in the house, so maybe you can tell me. What was the point of the arm of the black thing on his head for the rest of the game? Was he
His head
bleeding?
got bust open.
He
Yeah,
had
it was.
stitches.
Yeah.
Did he have stitches?
He had
Yeah.
stitches. Yes, exactly. He had stitches.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was a legitimate injury, but like I said, I just think because we are as Liverpool fans frustrated with the team and certain things that we saw throughout the performance, I just think we're being raw to say, right, you know what, we did nonsense, and Man U like kind of, I wouldn't say deserved to win because we had chances as well, but realistically, like we didn't do what we were meant to have done. Man U did, and therefore, like it's you guys winning it. So we hold up our hands and say that we weren't good enough. And I think we're focusing on the fact that we weren't good enough, as opposed to saying, but actually, the ref has done a bit of a madness, especially when he should have blown. There's no danger. So it's not even like in his mind, right, there's a chance, but I'm stopping it because Mbeumo's on the floor. So if you see someone go down with their head, it could have been caused by Van Dijk. Just do your job. Like it's not a hard decision to make in the opening minute of a game. Like just to do your job, innit?
Yep, 100%. Gonna send a massive shouts goes out to Yutzi and Robbo. Yutzi must be logged in today because Yutzi is a Man United fan. That's Stevens' uncle, my long-time bridge. Big up Yutz, big up Robbo as well, yeah? And to it says, evening Mr. B, evening Lee Blake, Stody, chat legends. Thank you very much. Nice of you to join us. Hit that like, that share, and that subscribe. Okay. So, all right then. While we're talking about the ref, let's get on to another one then. The handball, the Ahmed handball. Mr. B.
It wasn't handball. Oh, his hand was here.
It wasn't a handball, no?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't even believe.
I'm just asking. I'm asking the question.
No, man, that wasn't even close. If his arm's out here, or maybe he's sliding or whatever, then maybe there's an argument, man. But what do they call it? Body silhouette or body shadow, Stoney? What word do you not use for that? But yeah, it was in his body line. So no, I don't.
In his body line. So I'm only giving an example, right? And the incident that you're speaking about, RT, I don't recall it, so I'm not going to profess that I do. But if it was like this, Mr. B, what the match official will usually say is whether his arms are in a natural position. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know many men who walk around like that. So I'm saying if your hand is up like that's an unnatural position.
Oh boy, or maybe it's natural to a certain kind of inclination. So
all right. So, doctor, did you see the incident?
Yeah, I saw it. So again, innit?
Was his hands like this?
Nah. So his hands like that, innit? But so what is his hands
like so Mr. B, you're not telling 100% truths.
So yeah, so his hand wasn't away from his body, but it wasn't. Again, this is the point, right? If I'm being honest, I thought it could have been given as a pen. However, because I'm so vexed about how Liverpool are playing football, how we're applying ourselves, the nonsense Mo Salah's doing, I'm not even screaming about it. I'm screaming at the players for not performing, as opposed to us not getting things from the referees. It wasn't a focus of my attention. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, we were scanked. I'm still on the players. Do better. Do better. Like do your job first, and then we can complain about the ref. But if you're not doing your job, don't complain about the ref. That's my energy.
Okay.
Like that.
Mr. B, when you first, before the game, you saw that lineup, was you happy with your lineup?
No.
Where? How comes?
What did you want then instead of what you had? What did you want? What did you change?
I wanted Sesko to play. I knew Mount was going to play.
Sesko instead of Cunha? Or who then?
Yeah.
So you had Mount.
I would have rather maybe have Cole play.
Cunha.
I don't know what it was with Sesko. He had scored 2. I wanted to make it 3 in a row. Even if we lost the game, my thing was get the strikers' confidence up to make it 3 in a row. So that's more why I was vexed Sesko didn't play.
Yeah, but Mount who's more? That's what I'm saying. You got Mount. You got
in my head, I thought it would have been Cunha just because of the manager. In my head, I thought it would have been Cunha that he didn't play. Mbeumo has to start. Since Sesko is just because of the goal, and obviously the situation with the midfield that we're not even going to talk about.
No,
And the
come
fact
on,
that
who would you have dropped from your midfield?
For who? For the midfield that he played, I wouldn't have played Dalot. I would have played Dorgu. I think Dalot's, I nearly cuss. I don't think Dalot's any good. To be fair, as a player, I think he's a bit of a waste man. Actually, not even a bit. He's a big waste man. So I don't think he should have been playing. And obviously, Maguire, just because he ain't got no pace. You know what I mean? Everything else, we got man on the channel who love him to death. Yabba. But
Dalot played left wing back, yeah? Yeah.
Dalot played, he
Dalot,
played
yeah.
left wing back.
See,
Yeah.
so I thought he got it right, yeah? Because I just think, because of how Mo Salah's struggling, putting a fullback on that side who's basically right-footed, I think it just helps you defend Salah. And like you said, with Maguire, all of his faults, and there are multiple, and he's one of these people, I won't praise God because it's a bit of blasphemy, but I do praise the universe to give me the opportunities to laugh at Maguire like I have. Because when you see Maguire trying to run back and running through mud, the hands are going and he's not moving nowhere. It's one of the greatest signs in the world. So yeah, like the universe, Harry Maguire, you know what you've done. I'm appreciative. However, in a low block and you're not pressing, he still is blatantly effective. And your man just sat deep in it. Well, he didn't park the bus, but he put like in a mid to low block. And I think if Maguire doesn't have to run behind him, I think he's a good player.
Yeah. And you know what? Before, I invited my wife's uncle to come over and watch the game with me. He's a Man United fan. So we do that. I tell him to come over. And before the game started, we were talking about, he was vexed as well, is to be saying about Maguire. Why is the manager playing Maguire? And I said, listen, I'll tell you why he's playing Maguire. For set pieces, bro. That's one. I don't care. One thing with this guy, don't let him get his head on the ball.
Even a header, yeah.
I'm telling you, you can't knock him for that. And so said, so bloody done. So said, so done.
Yeah.
So is there anybody else you would have changed in your team, or is that it?
No, that's what I expected. I expected it to be that.
So how do you also feel about what's happening with Kobe Mainoo?
He ain't playing in it. He ain't playing. The manager.
Well, you don't sound bothered though. You don't seem bothered.
I am. I'm very bothered. But when we're losing, he ain't playing. So he ain't got no chance when the team starts winning. You know what I mean? He's just gonna have to drink Seco juice until the end of the season, bro, because he ain't going nowhere in January, regardless of what he thinks or what he wants or what his agent thinks or what they.
He's frozen.
Frozen.
So, Mr. B, if you do unfreeze, what would be your starting midfield then? Because it's interesting.
Yeah, he's probably going to come back. He's probably going to come back. What I did feel while we're waiting for Mr. B to come back, I do think Almiron's starting position with Dalot. I agree with you, Doctor. I think it made sense as well, because Dalot. It's really strange with Mo. While we know Mo's had so much success with actually restricting and hugging that line on the right-hand side and cutting in and do whatever he needed to do, Dalot was just so effective there on that left-hand side with marshalling Salah and Bradley. And it was so effective that, it's very interesting. I think the starting lineup that Almiron had up against us on reflection made sense. But I was kind of like you. I was almost, I've had to watch the game back again because the first time, similar to you, I was watching it on a sense of all of the faults Liverpool were doing, as opposed to some of the success that Manchester United may have had against us. So it's really interesting watching it real time and then watching the game again. It's like it was two different games for me, man.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, you're back, Mr. B.
Yeah. You know what?
Go on. What was you saying?
I don't know what's going on with the internet, and I don't want to ruin the show, Artie, man. Me dipping in and out is just.
It's all good, my bro. It's all good, man.
So don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. You sure? Yeah. All right.
Tomorrow, talk to me, man. I got a brethren who does proper dial-up. You know me, not dial-up.
Modem settings, yeah. Modem settings.
Mr. B, Mr.
can
B,
hook
no,
you
you
up.
have to stop doing. You have to
Hook
stop
you up.
running
It's
the line.
19.99 a month.
It's true.
Trust me.
Stop running the
Good.
line from your neighbour's house, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
What, you still teething internet in 2025?
I can't even. I have to accept that.
So, Doctor asked you a question about he said, what midfield would you have played?
Yeah, because you're saying about Kobe Mainu. So like,
Yeah,
so
he
what?
don't
So
get in that
what's
team,
your-
bro.
No, what would your midfield be? What would your midfield be, though?
I wouldn't play Bruno.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't play Bruno. I'll be
Interesting.
honest. It would either be it'd either be Kobe and Bruno. Bruno's not getting dropped in it, so it would have to be Kobe and Bruno.
No, we're not saying what would be yours. What
I
would
wouldn't
you
play Bruno. I wouldn't play Bruno.
So who would you play?
I would play if really, I would go Mainu and Mazraoui.
Interesting.
I think that gives us the perfect base. Mazraoui never gets done one-on-ones. He's got bare techers with the football. He's got energy to kill, and he don't waste a pass. So I would be having him, and obviously Mainu would be that free spirit. The thing that you have to think about, though, as much as people want Mainu to play, Bruno's played 200 and 300 games for us. Brother, the man scored over 100 goals and maybe 30 assists in that time period. Mainu's not doing that, innit? Mainu's not doing that. So I understand why Bruno plays. I don't like it, but you have to accept it. You know what I mean? And as I said, Mainu has to accept it.
But why don't you like what Bruno playing when he's getting them kind of numbers?
I look at what he wastes. I look at what he wastes as a footballer in regards to wanting to do everything. To me, those two players should be players who don't want to give the ball away. Luka Modric, Dembele, who used to play for Tottenham.
Oh my gosh.
Jan Molby. Them man, they don't waste passes. You understand? Whether it's a short pass, Carrick. Whether it's a short pass, whether it's a long pass, they don't waste them. Every game, Bruno will waste 18 plus, give the ball away 18 plus times. Bro, you can't have your central midfielders doing that. I cuss McTominay because he used to do that. You understand? I don't like midfielders who give the ball away. That's just my personal opinion.
No,
So
listen, I make you right, man, because I feel like
I hear you. Do you think the reason why he gives the ball away so much though is because is he trying to find that killer pass, that forward
but he
pass?
doesn't have to.
Is that?
He doesn't have to. We've got Mbeumo and Cunha who can do that. He needs to know his role in the team. You know what I mean? What you think is coincidence that we played long ball against you lot, or direct football, or whatever they want to call it. We never gave the ball to Bruno to waste. Lamens is kicking the ball 70 yards, popping it on a man's chest. We're winning the second ball. What we concentrated on against you lot was winning the second ball. You lot could have the first one, no problem. We won every single second ball. And that was a tactic that they had. Bruno can do that ratting around, because guess what? Once he's got the ball, he's got to give it short. You understand? So the whole team had that instruction to do. So it worked. Whether or not it's going to work again, if we try and do it again against somebody else, who knows? But against you lot, that specific game, we bypassed our midfield. Whether they say we bypassed your midfield as well, is swings and roundabouts. But we didn't use our midfield. They picked up the second one and played further up the pitch.
Okay. So before I get to Stoney and Doctor, all right. So when you saw our lineup, what did you think?
I'll be honest, and I think I mentioned on the game before that was not the lineup that I thought we were going to play. It was interesting, and I know we're going to get to it later on in the show. I thought our lineup was going to be closer to what we played against Frankfurt, and that's something that I did actually mention before. Because remember, when I gave the lineup, you were saying, "Oh, Stoney, that sounds completely different." So I actually thought our lineup was going to be closer to what we played against Frankfurt. So, but regardless, our squad is big. Our squad is He's got the strength there, and it was what it was. I did not think that McAllister was going to play. I really didn't think he was going to play, but he did. But the lineup was what it was, and the result what it was. So yeah.
Okay, Doctor.
Yeah, unfortunately, I thought he was going to play that team. And that's why, like, although I've got a bit of cussings, I said I can see us drawing the game because, like, for me, it's simple, isn't it? The players you play have to be suited to the tactics that you're trying to implement. Our pressing has fallen off a cliff. Isak has not looked fit enough. I'm watching the way the guy's been running. It doesn't look like he's fluid and dynamic yet. No surprise that groin injury happens in the Frankfurt game. Mo Salah doesn't press. McAllister, for whatever reason, has physically fallen off a cliff. You cannot carry 3 players in top-level football and expect to be successful. You can't even really carry 1. That's why after the game, I was just saying, see, from now on, everyone needs to do their own running. Forget man covering you now. If you can't do the running, you don't play. Simple as that. And it was embarrassing seeing the most aggressive player on that pitch was Mason Mount. That's a Londoner playing for our rivals, showing the most aggression and front-footedness and intensity on our pitch. So I'm saying, nah, slot. If these men are not physically up for it, they don't play. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Salah gone. McAllister gone. Isak, if you're not fit,
Salah. You
gone.
say Salah gone.
If you're not able to do your own running, you don't play for Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah, Salah can bounce now. Seriously, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not saying that I'd sell these breads, but I'm just saying until you're fit enough.
Salah, I would.
I'm just saying until you're fit enough to do the running, you don't start the game. No one gets carried. Everyone does their own running. Simple as. When we're settled as a team and everyone knows the passing patterns and the attacking patterns and it's flowing, it's a little bit different. But see, when you're struggling and you're trying and heads are going and players aren't in good rhythm, the least you have to be able to do is your own running.
Yeah.
And like I said, seeing Mason Mount showing aggression on the pitch and my players aren't, I said, nah, dead. Hence why I'm not cussing the ref. Because if you man can't do your own running, I've got nothing to say to the referee. And that was my thing. Hence why I said before the game, I see it being a draw.
Official Voices of the Game says, I've been trying to keep quiet, but seeing Mr. B on the paddle makes me laugh. Good evening, VW. Big shouts goes out to you, my bro. Nice for you for logging on. Man is saying that, yep, Cunha was on fire.
Good player, man.
That he is.
Good player.
And like Mr. B said, we are playing for the second ball and getting Cunha and Mbele to do the running. Yep, very true. But no, Doctor's right. You need to do your own running. And for me right now, Salah doesn't run anyway. McAllister is not fit. From the start of the season, he's not been fit. And Isak hasn't been fit, but you're persevering with him. And the thing that's annoying me was you had Ekitike in form and doing bits, but because you brought in the big dog, you wanted him to play to prove your point. You'll justify your 130 million outlay when you've got a man who's in form and doing bits. Right now, you're trying to get him fit. Let him come on after an hour, 70 minutes. Get a run out. You understand? 20 minutes. Let him build up his confidence that way, and realize as well that I've got a man in front of me who's doing stuff. So you know what? This half an hour, this 20 minutes, I need to do stuff. That's what he needs to do. But what you've shown him is, I've got a guy there who was doing stuff, and you just brought me in. Not a good. It's not a good look.
Like the lack of and the thing is, this is where I say, and look, I'm a massive Slot fan. We'll defend him to the hill, but you've got to play players who are on form. And if these guys are not fit enough, you can't carry 3 players. Like it's crazy. Because Mr. B, no disrespect. I don't think United are very good, but I think you look very good because we were that bad. Like
beautiful. Doctor, I will not mask your words. Don't forget, brother. We ain't won 2 games in a row in a year and a half. So we're not good. We're not good.
This is what I'm saying.
I don't have no problem with us being shit. You know what I mean? Because we got the result that we needed.
Yes.
The result that we as a club needed. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're shit.
All right. So on that, are you happy though, Mr. B? All right, you've got that result. You're happy, but are you happy that that's going to give Amorim more time?
As I said already, I clocked out on Amorim at the Man City game this season. There's man who's clocked out before me. I just want us to win. RT, I'm sick of losing, bro. I don't care how we win. If we're beaten, if man are playing and they get 2 man sent off in the first 30 seconds because they want to hug and kiss each other or buck each other in their head or fight with the ref or tell the ref about it, I don't care. Whatever advantage we can get, I just want to win. I'm sick and tired of losing, bro. You know what I mean? Every day we're losing. We're losing. We play good, we lose. We play shit, we lose worse. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't expect to win every game. Did I expect to beat you lot? No. Do I expect to beat the Brightons and the West Hams and the Bournemouth? Yes. So I would be accepting losing to the top 6 and we beat everybody else because that's the level that I think we're at. But guess what? We've taken points off you lot and Chelsea. You understand? We got dunked by Man City and we should have beaten Arsenal.
Do you know what, Mr. B? It's funny. Sorry to interrupt. I thought you did well against Man City, you know. I was watching the game, and when it's Man City versus Man United, I'm always unsure who I want to win the game or lose the game because it's just obviously the rivalries of both teams and where they are in the league. But don't get me wrong. I think after they went 2-0 up, your heads dropped and the rest of it. But you see the tactical battle. I thought you won the tactical battle. It's just that they were just clinical in their transitions where you had bare opportunities to counter them in that first 20, 25 minutes. And you man just did nonsense. But I thought if you got like your passes right, because City look mad vulnerable. Who's the brother everyone hates? The Portuguese brother. What's his name?
Silva.
No.
Bloody and Bernardo Silva. He was losing the ball. My man never loses the ball. He was doing mad little last-ditch fouls. It's 0-0. I thought structurally you caused them bare issues. It's just that their quality in the final third was just more telling. I think that's what shone through. But in that game, I thought to myself, do you know what? Man, you aren't that far away, you know. It just needs to click. I did think
we're good. Well, at home we're going to be causing. I think.
Yeah, like I did think to myself, you know what? It's ended up being 3-0. You know, it's like it's 2-0, 3-0, heads drop, and then towards the end it just looks terrible, isn't it? But I thought at 0-0 for 25 minutes, tactically, I thought your team was set up quite well. I can't lie, I did.
They ain't played for 25 minutes, bro. We're good at 20 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
We're the kings for that. And then as soon as something goes wrong,
heads dropping it. Yeah.
So,
here's a good comment that I like, and I think this is a very, very valid comment as well. Tonight, Liverpool had no shithousery. Basically, it didn't feel like the Liverpool players realised this was a historical rivalry.
Interesting. That's interesting. You know, like it's like things were almost in the balance, right? Because the result, what it was. But Cody licked the bar like 3 times as well in that game, you know.
Yeah.
So even if you think of it like that, it doesn't matter. Didn't go in. It's as simple as that. We lost.
And the header as well, so that he missed as well.
So you see what I mean?
Header and Mo.
Yeah. Oh, even the Mo chance, that was bananas. But the other side of it, as I said, when I watched the game the second time, I tried to watch it with a little bit more clarity, and I think there were some positives from Man United, Mr. B. One being, I think you've got the right goalkeeper moving forward. So if he remains fit, I'm a strong believer he's the guy you guys have to keep in goal.
Agreed,
so I think the positives there was from him. The positives was from Ahmad. Mbeumo still silks, and you know what? Hurts me to say this. Mason Mount's going to be the guy that's going to, if you keep him fit,
I told
he's
you.
going to be the difference
No,
for you.
but
I'm
keep telling you,
telling you,
man.
I'm telling you.
We've been saying this for a while. Mason Mount is a good footballer, bro.
He's going to
100.
be the guy for you. He
just
made
needs
the
to stay
difference for you in
fit.
that game.
That's his problem. He can't
Yeah.
stay fit.
Good player.
And the thing is, you
Good
know
player.
what I've noticed about him as well, see when he comes back after injury, he doesn't take long to get going again, you know.
Good player, man.
He's
Good player.
straight back in. You know, some players take a bit. He's straight back in, but it's just he can't stay fit.
Yeah.
Good player.
He's kind of
Good
got
player.
like Jamie Redknapp genes, where man can't play like 3 games and he's all over the place.
Well, look,
But yeah,
he's done
he's
all right.
almost he seems to understand that system that Almiron wants to play. He covers a lot of grounds, and the press and the ground that him and
And
Mbemo
that's why.
were actually covering.
And
I just kept thinking,
that's why
crumbs,
he
man.
plays.
In
It's off the
aggression,
ball.
intensities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't run, there ain't no point in playing at this level of football, bro.
This is it, man.
100%. 100%.
This is it.
He says, "Oh, what does he say? We have come close, but no cigar far too often this season. However, we have won 3 consecutive games at home, and thanks to Liverpool, we have now won an away win for the first time since March."
And that is the beauty of football.
Fine margins, man. It's fine margins.
Bloody hell! And what do you call it? 1209 was asking earlier on. He's back in the comments earlier on. I was going to get to them anyway, but he was asking, would we loan out to give them confidence? Well, basically, he's talking about half our squad: Isak, Wirtz, Kirkes, Mamadashvili. Was there anybody else? Bloody, I was like, oh, that's half a team.
What, loaning them out?
Yeah, would we loan them out in January to get them confidence?
No, we definitely know we didn't do that. I think in fairness, I'm only going to just focus on one of the players that the person in the comment has mentioned. I actually think the transition from having Alisson, which we knew had a series of injuries, and then when we have Gallagher moving on to Brentford, I think our new goalkeeper settled in quite well, you know. I think he's made a really steady transition. He's done what goalies are meant to do. So he's not overly flashy, but I've got no concern with him being in goal, you know. So I'm really, really, really happy with that purchase there.
I'm
really
telling you, look, there he goes again. Would the panel agree that Mamadou really looked nervous? I don't think so.
No.
And personally, for me, I was also, you know what, you got big boots to fill when you're coming in for Alisson. But you know what, from what I've seen of him so far, I'm like, this guy's all right, you know, like, yeah. When Alisson got injured, I'm like, all right, cool. Because as far as I'm concerned, we've got decent cover. So I'm not worried.
Listen, I think he's going to become a top keeper.
Yeah.
On the nervous thing, the only thing I would say,
he's on a wind up.
And it was slightly what I was going to say is, and it was slightly better, but still not perfect. Is they keep on passing to him on his right foot.
Yeah.
Remember, I said it last week.
You were saying that last week, didn't it, Stoney?
Yeah, like
last week.
Just give it to him on his left foot, and it makes it a lot easier. Like, give him less work to do. And I get it, innit? They used to playing with a right-footed goalkeeper, but you just got to be switched on. But yeah, listen, man. Mason Mount, I think, like, you have to respect what he's done because he wasn't an injury-prone player for Chelsea, so obviously things have gone wrong for my man. But like I said, innit, I just like players who've got that hunger and intensity and play with a bit of aggression. I think it was last week someone asked a question, or was it in one of the groups that I was in, and someone said, has Cody Gakpo got a yellow card?
We spoke about it on here. It was on here.
Yeah, it was last week, right?
Yeah, last week it was on here, yeah.
Bro, you can't be a top-end winger playing for my team. You haven't been booked before. Brother, man, I need man to be in the trenches with me.
But bro, listen, everyone's saying he was our best player.
I think he's been your best player so far this season.
No, I thought he got a lot of chances, and there was one of his efforts where he showed like a lot of quality. But we'll come to the Frankfurt game at some point. I thought he was very good against Frankfurt. But I mean, you know what it is, bro? Like, it's the intangibles that make up a great team, right? And being competitive, that's where you get to the top level, man. Like that's that top end, that top 5% or top 2%, these men are competitive, bruv. Like, you watch Messi, bruv. Messi gets kicked all the time and he gives as good as he gets back certain times. He doesn't shy from the physical battles. Like, there's numerous players, the Maradonas or whoever you're going to be, Mane, Salah's, like, you've got to compete physically. Because in certain games where you've got to win a duel, win a header, whatever it is, you've got to compete physically. Like, you've got to announce yourself on the game, man. It's just needed. And yeah, I think to be a 6'4" winger who's going to be getting long balls to have his aerial win rate just by default, yeah. If he's competitive and he's 6'4", and fullback's going to be around 5'11", 6'1", just by law of averages, he must have got a yellow card for at least using his arms to win a challenge. Because one of them arms are going to go to someone's head, and you're going to be like, "Oh, ref, it was an accident." But like, we've all played football, so we know this. But,
it's true. It's true.
But that's not even happened. Like,
It's
every
true.
fullback you get, you're meant to be dominating in the air unless they can match your size.
No, you know what? I can't knock what you said there. It's very
That's
true.
what I'm saying.
Very
Like,
true.
just a little that. Oh, sorry, ref, it's accident.
But
Nothing.
as Mr. B sees it, he's been our best player so far this season. But that would be in stats wise, you're talking. Because you've got to be talking goals.
But that's
goals
now,
assists, innit?
unfortunately, a lot of football now is based on data.
Oh, I can't do
Unfortunately,
data, bro.
Yeah.
a lot of
that.
it is based on data. Unfortunately,
Got too much of it.
I'll hold my hands up, and I've mentioned before, I'm a fan of Cody Gakpo. I do like him.
I am as
and
well.
I said I think his lack of aggression, maybe. I told you, he's a man of the Bible. He's not out here pushing his fingers in people's face and stuff like that.
He's
The
a man of the Bible.
man listens to gospel before games. He's on like a chamomile swing before games. He ain't got no aggression in his soul.
Straight.
I'm telling you.
Nah, brother. Listen, man. And you know what? You don't need to be Vinnie Jones, innit? But I'm just saying, just compete physically.
No, I hear that. A man like that kind of stature, the fullback should be shook.
Bro,
that's what he should be. You
should be able just to.
You should make the fullback. He should be making mistakes because he's shook. But they've got confidence.
You should be able to just put it on my man's chest, and he's just like he's doing that. But look, Cody has got other attributes, but I'm just saying for me, I like street fighters, innit? I like street fighters. And the fact that we're spending so much time talking about Mason Mount is because there's nothing wrong with using aggression and a bit of quality. Like, most of our success has combined both of those attributes, from the 80s team to the Klopp team. Like, guys who physically compete, got able to physically compete and run.
Yeah.
Like, how are we playing a team in 2025 and we've got 3 players who can't compete physically? I'm like, what are we doing here?
No, 100%. So, Mr. B, is this going to be a great kick on for United now, do you reckon, by any chance? Has he stumbled on a formula? Now a team now?
No.
No.
I'm praying we don't. I'm praying we beat Brighton, but we cannot lose against Brighton. Because if we lose against Brighton, you see all of the joy that United have had this week, bro, it will come crashing down. So me personally, I would take a win, but just don't lose. You know, 1-1, Brighton are a half decent football team. Listen, it's not like they're bloody West Ham. Brighton are dicking teams left, right, and centre. Welbeck's playing like some born again, you know, like he's had, you know, new knees put in. You know, they're talking about, they will talk about on the radio about, would they call him up for England? I know they won't, but they won't. But the fact that they're now having this conversation, I'm thinking, okay, are they winding? Is it a wind up again?
Them 2 goals, that chip finish was sweet though. I'm not gonna lie. I had to say, go on, Rob.
You know, so he knows what he's doing. So they've got players that can hurt us. And guess what? Balaba's been playing like some fussy the whole season because we wanted him. Guaranteed, he turns up on Saturday at 5:30. Yeah,
5:30 game, yeah.
Where's the game?
it's at Old
Man
Trafford.
United at home.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Old Trafford. Okay.
Old Trafford.
One thing, and I'll say this, you heard it here first. Well, you obviously it's obvious one. Mint is not going to imitate Mo Salah on Saturday.
Oh, it's frozen.
Like
That's all right.
Minter is not going to act like Mo Salah on
Real
Saturday.
talk.
My man's coming for blood, and I'm talking about aggression and intensity. My man is coming for blood, innit? Like,
We put Dorgo on his side tomorrow.
You know what? I was
Won't
glad
have Dalot.
that he wasn't in the starting lineup. You know that.
I like Dorgu.
I like
I
that. I think he's a good player.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Dorgu, man.
He's effective.
That aggression that you want, yeah, put him up against Minter, innit? We see what happened when the Platts lick Minter on the side of his head side. So yeah, we'll see.
Boy,
We'll see.
boy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
bananas.
So, do you think, Jed? Right. So, my Liverpool guys, do you think that it was Klopp's selection then that got it wrong for us?
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
would you
Slowly.
have played?
Against Man United, yeah?
Yeah, against Man United. Yeah.
I'll just go back to what I was saying from last week's show in the beginning when you originally asked. That wasn't the lineup that I would have had. However, I think regardless of the lineup, all of the instances throughout the game may have been replicated. So we're just kind of speaking in hindsight. That wasn't the lineup I would have liked. It wasn't the lineup that I would have chosen. But our squad, and I've always said it, our squad is big enough. So Slot chose who he needed to choose. We didn't come away with the result we wanted to, so we just focus on the next game. That's why I look at it.
Well, Mr. B, any parting comments before you go, mate?
No, not at all.
Sure.
Just yeah. Listen,
What?
but listen, we've been losing long enough to know that it could be a flash in the pan. It could be a start of something. Guess what? We're not going to know until we play you again, whenever we play you this season. You know what I mean? So I'll take this one. I'll take it. I'll enjoy it. But what does it change? Really, you lot were in a bad vein of form. It's not like you lot were killing teams. You know, last minute goals. Blah. You lot weren't that Liverpool team of last season. So we took advantage. Tactically, he got it right. For me personally, I want to see if he can get it tactically right the next game and the next game and the next game. For you lot won this week without Salah. The headache is now for you guys moving forward. You need runners in your team. Like Doctor said, if a man can't run, catch a hole on the bench. Is he going to be brave enough to do it in the Premier League game when Premier League is the one that you really need to be winning? You lot can afford to lose these untracked fight for games. Not in regards to you lot are going to qualify for the Champions League 8. Forget about the 16 and having to qualify in the 24. Top 8, you lot are going to go through. So he could afford.
I'm not sure that,
bro. Our next game is Real Madrid. Our next game is Real Madrid, yeah?
Yeah, but bro, Madrid ain't bro. Have you been watching Madrid?
Yeah,
Have you been watching them?
I've seen what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a story for another week. But I feel that you have issues now in regards. We caused you problems in the game that we played. You eliminated a couple of the issues, Kirkez, Salah, in the game that you played this week, and you won 5-1. McAllister and Ekatike coming on for my man. So does he then go back to that for the Premier League game and don't start Salah? These are questions that obviously you lot are gonna. So this is the part that I'm looking forward to, and that's what I'm going to leave with. I'm happy with us. You lot's problems have just started because now you lot have to drop and deal with whoever. But Artie, it's late, brother.
Yeah,
it's late for me, bro. I've been drinking since how long?
Doctor, go and put that beer to bed, man.
Bless up, man. Bless up. Tony.
Bro, thanks for joining us,
Mr. B. We catch up, sir.
Nice one, bro.
As always, man. See you guys over the weekend. Big up, man. Guys,
Bless.
If you're still here, make sure you lot hit the like button for these brothers here, man. You lot just coming and passing through and just zipping in. If you are here, hit the like button and comment
Love
after. Guys, well, I'm
Mr.
out,
B,
man.
take
Bless you,
care,
man.
my
As
bro.
always, man.
Bless,
Big up,
bless,
yours, man. Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Mr. B.
Do you know what was quite interesting, RT? I know Mr. B had to go. So in the second half against the game against Manchester United, we actually changed formation. I think I'm not going to say that I remember what time it was, right? But in the second half, I think we made a triple substitution, and it's the first time Slot has moved to a different formation. So we usually play in a 4-2-3-1, right? Last season, that was our main focus, and I think it was 2 games where we played a 4-2-4. When we made the triple sub against Man United, we played the 4-2-4 because that's when the Iketike, Bert, and Kaiser came on in that
I
game.
think it was,
We played
yeah.
the 4-2-4, right? So we played a 4-2-4, and there was periods where we played a 4-4-2, and that's primarily the formation we played against Frankfurt, you know, which was so interesting. As he said, it's only because I had to watch the Man United game back. That's the only reason why I'm kind of getting these processes back in my mind. But then the same aggression that we showed around, it was around the hour mark against Man United, was the same way in which we then replicated against Frankfurt. So I wonder if Slot, obviously, you know, we didn't get the result we wanted, was almost saying, well, okay, this is how we're going to attempt to get back into the game. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. The person in the comments.
Nice one.
Thank you.
1209. He sounds like Beverly Hills.
Wicked.
No,
So that was almost like a default then to what we were going to do against the Frankfurt game. So that was quite interesting. But yeah, thanks for that. I knew it was around the hour. Very interesting.
Yeah. Now, okay, so leave Man United behind. Now we're going to move on to the Frankfurt game. So, how happy were you when you saw that starting lineup?
I was
Honestly,
very happy. Go ahead, Doctor. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was
you
gonna say-
go first.
I was just
You
going to say,
definitely
because
go
obviously,
first.
like, you know, now when they give you the team sheets, they don't always give it to you like in a formation, innit? They just give it
Yeah.
to you like in a block, and you got to work
Yeah.
out who's playing where. When I'm going through and I'm going, what's Isak, Cody, Szoboszlai, Hugo, and I was just like, I think to myself, and I'm seeing it, and I'm then seeing Frimpong. I'm saying, right, has Slot gone full Ozzy Ardiles out first? And he's just playing bare man and saying like wow. I'm thinking to myself, what's this man doing here, innit? But of all the systems that I had in my head, because like Stoney said it, I think to myself, right, maybe he's basically going to do what we did against Man U, but goes to Buzz like right back, and then comes into midfield, works is in midfield with Curtis. But then when Szoboszlai comes in, works on push up, then you've got the 4 attackers thinking all things. But I had no idea how we're going to line up. I didn't think to myself, right, Slot has gone full Ozzy Ardiles, and like man needs some, like, I don't know, like a rare nephew or something, because like an end that deep. So I was actually worried, but happy that certain man had been dropped at the same time.
You was worried.
Yeah,
I was worried, sure, because I was just like, this looks like mad to me, innit? Like, this looks mad to me.
Okay. How Stoney, how did you feel?
I was very, very, very happy. And similar to Doctor, I think it moved out within 2 things, because the starting lineup looked as if we played 4-4-3-3. So it almost looks as if the back line was what it was. And it looked as if our midfield was Dom on the right, Jones in the middle, and Wirtz on the left. And then the top 3 would have been Gakpo, Ekitike, and Isak. That's how it seemed to start. And then we moved into the 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
So, and then we moved into the 4-4-2. But what I was happy was with the back 4, because that's the back 4 that I wanted to play against Man United. And it's crazy. Football does so much crazy things to your head. I actually missed, I'm going to say this, I miss Andy Robertson. I can't believe it. He played.
No, he did.
And it's the
Very
same
well.
thing you were saying. He was able to get into those positions where he was sometimes just in a half. but his delivery was so right. I mean, even for the Ekitike goal, it's like you miss that experience, you miss his versatility, and you miss his passing range. So, yeah, that's
Stoney.
one thing.
That's it, you know, Stoney, because it's weird, right? I was saying this like to my brethren. Yes, we know Robbo is an excellent crosser, but because he's always compared to Trent, and Trent's passing range is like generational, I generally think Andy Robinson, the passer, has been underrated. And I think what we saw was his passing ability, but not just the passing, but the composure to not just get it and give it straight away, to wait for the passing angle to open up, to adjust his body position, he just showed a bit of class, composure, and passing. And I tell you what, mate, I just think to myself, for you to hit that pass when we are losing, that's what I need to see. Man who can show quality when he chips it down. And the way Hugo took that goal, I said to myself, raw.
Listen,
I know.
the levels were different. This was yeah. You know what he should have done for me? He should have run over to flipping Slot. That's who you should have run over and should have been like, yeah, right here. This is the guy. Right here.
I was looking at it and I said to myself, and I'm watching the game, thought to myself, I know there's the idea that he can play left wing and we can play the two of them in a partnership. But I think to myself, like, is there a situation where actually this player is too good to be playing left wing and he seems to be playing in his natural position?
Yeah.
Because Suarez, Torres, and these man, like, they ain't getting pushed to the wing, innit? They're being told, you are an elite number 9, you play through the middle. And he's showing mad levels.
He is showing me signs of he can be that elite guy.
Yes.
Yeah, 100.
And you know what it is? You know why? Because it's natural.
It's easy,
you can
bro.
See it's natural. You can see those guys. You're like, all right, you know what? Respect to them. They train hard and whatever, blah blah blah. And this guy, it's natural. You're supposed to do this, bro, and he just does it. It just comes natural. The way he took that goal and the way he put the ball across the player, the pace he showed, and then confidence. He looks up, and he's if that's Darwin, that's right. That's bouncing up, hitting off his shin, and going up for a throw. Not even for a goal kick, for a throw.
Like that was
composure.
That was.
These are the kind of players that we're talking about. But you know what? You have to use them right.
Yeah.
And I think someone mentioned it as well. And I think this is what is showing is that Slot hasn't made bad buys, but you've made drastic changes. And that's the issue. You're meant to implement these guys slowly, but surely. You understand? Like, look at them. There's many players we talked about before of when they come and they had to wait their time to get first team football. That hasn't happened with these guys. And I think that's been the issue. But hopefully he would have seen that performance now and hopefully he would have learned from it and thought to himself, okay, I can see what needs to be done here now and let's carry this forward. Because right now, really and truly, people are asking questions and so they should be because we're Liverpool Football Club. And you need to get these players to perform. So now you found something, I think, but you know what I don't like as well? It's now forced on him to play Ekitike because Isak come off injured.
Yeah.
So he's actually forced on him to play him, which I don't like. But the big one, like everybody says, has he got the cojones to leave out Salah again? That's the big one. How do you see that going then?
I think Isak's injury has given him an opportunity to basically, I just think you just almost just swap in Salah comes in for Isak. And I think that's fine. Because
It's not.
Well, I say fine from the viewpoint of Like, I know I've been talking about everyone doing their running, and obviously I do stick to that. But I think what's made it worse is we had 3 players who dropped off physically. But I think if everyone else is physically at it, and then you've got Mo, I don't think it's that bad depending on who you're playing against. Like I don't think that exposes us if we have Mo in the right areas. He needs to work harder, but I'm not overly concerned by that. How Slot puts it together, who knows? Maybe he just puts Works as a 10, Hugo, Cody, Mo. I don't know. So I don't mind that. Certainly, I do think Chiesa needs to play again because I think he, again, comes on the pitch and I just think you saw for that, 20 minutes, was it, until the other subs came on, what Liverpool looked like when you got 11 players who were all hungry and who were all pressing and who were all athletic. So that's probably our most athletic 11 that we've started for a while. Once Chiesa came on, because it was what Chiesa, Hugo, Cody, Works, and then the 2 midfielders. Busy, and Chiesa's got excellent work rate. So I was just like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, man, need to press and show some intensity. And like, remember Klopp used to say, the way into this team is through pressing. Like that's how you, that's a fundamental. Mo, I will ease up because he's a bit older. He's 32, and he was doing Ballon d'Or level shit last year when we created a system around him. So I think you've got to be flexible. But everyone else, bro, if you cannot run, you don't play. And Hugo showing mad levels, and then he's just dropped because Isak's now fit. No.
100% for me. I think Chiesa should start on the right.
Do you play the same system?
Yes.
I think it's possible to play. I think we just seem to be or appear to be so much more dynamic, and I think there is seem to be so much more options in terms of players interchanging. So Wirtz was over on the right at a period of time. He moved over onto left. Same thing with Kaiser. He dropped into the central position. He moved over to the right. We just seem to be so much more versatile. Whereas, and I'm not just saying it with Mo, but Mo, if he had played in that system that we did play, he would have remained restricted on the right. And I don't think collectively that then would have helped us. So but and I think my only concern was, we're just speaking about media. This Mo's being dropped. No, it's a collective. Yeah, we do aware that you're one of the elite players, but there are other people that need to have an opportunity to play in the squad, So it's not dropped. It's other people getting an opportunity to also play. So I think, bar this injury to Isak, I would like for us to start in the same formation against Brentford. And instead of Isak, we just put Kaiser there. That's what I'd like anyway.
That is going to be a very tough game away at Brentford.
100%.
Frimpong injured again.
Oh, yes.
Another
That's
one.
weird, So I saw a stat, something like, I think he had maybe 2 injuries in the previous 5 seasons. And now he's been injured twice in like 400 minutes. Like, he's not played, gets injured at all. His record's crazy. So I don't know what's happened there, if it's just bad luck or it's a mad thing.
I think some players have mentioned when it comes to the Premiership, they mentioned about the physicality, the speed. It could be different training systems as well, different demands on the player as well. But I agree with you, Doctor, as well. There's something that seems to be off. But I think for me, I'm not heavily concerned. And the only reason why I say that, these are long-term purchases for us.
Yeah.
Don't want to see any of our players get injured. But this is a long-term project. So I just hope. It appears that he was holding his right hamstring. Hamstring. All right. So so hopefully the rehab goes for him well, and we just bring him back sensibly. I think all it means is that Connor has to stop getting them right cards, and we just hope that if Connor Bradley don't play right back, then it means that Gomez gets there because I want to make sure Dom remains in midfield for us.
Don't believe it till you see it. I like that, lads. I've got a dip. I've subbed you 9 channels. I've got you 9 likes. Wish you lads a successful season. Just don't win 21. Maybe just a light second place and a light FA Cup. Take care, you guys. Thanks very much for joining us. I must say it's been a pleasure having you on board. And thanks very much for your hard work as well. But you know what? We're still going to finish above you. That's one thing I do know. One thing I do know. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about certain few players now. Definitely, I must say, my first one when I've got to talk about player watch has got to be Wirtz. So talk to me about Wirtz against Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah, no. I'm waiting for Stone. He's waiting for me, like we're being polite. Yeah, listen, it was just good to see him balling out, man. Like you just saw a lot of what he's about, innit? Movement. But I think what is so elite about Wirtz is he plays the game like he's like an old man, innit? Like nothing's unnecessary. When it just needs a simple 5-yard pass and a bit of one-touch play, he does that. When the pace needs to be controlled, when it needs to be sped up, he does that. But I just think he's just such a quality footballer, and his IQ and technique and it's through the roof. If I'm being honest, the only thing that I'm just like, I think you need to give him the exact same role we gave him, but starting from the left. And I think he just goes into a next level again. I don't know about him playing from the right, but then Cody's playing well. So maybe if we do play that same system again, maybe that's where he needs to play. But I'd rather him play from the left and come in. But I just think, yeah, it was just good to see him just look like he was enjoying his football again. And essentially, we basically need to give him a platform for himself so he can do what he needs to do and perform. And it was just nice to have the balance of Wirtz, who's just gonna like keep the game flowing, moving. Whereas Cody, he was very good yesterday. But you know, sometimes Cody can, like, the ball can break down with Cody. But I think it's fine if Cody's taking a bit more risk and Wirtz is just like controlling it, dictating the play in our tempo. I think where it's gone wrong is almost Cody and Mo both trying to do the same things and it breaking down. It's just like we need to get control of the ball here somehow. So I just thought, yeah, the way Wirtz just dictated the tempo and just showed some quality was, it was proper, man. It was good to see from man.
Stoney?
Yeah, just to extend on what Doctor was saying as well, it was good to see him play in a competition that he's clearly familiar with. So we know that Champions League game wasn't played at the pace that the Premiership games have actually been playing in, and maybe it was more suited for Wirtz. But he had a good game, as he said. Technically, we know that he's an amazing player. He almost walls through the game at periods of time as well. And what I do like about him, you can see he's a player that wants to learn. He's a player who's unafraid to make certain plays and certain decisions. And he's also, once again, I've used this word so much about him, he's just such an adaptable player as well. And I think that's another reason why the price tag was attached to him, not just because of his age, but he's so versatile. He can play in a series of positions and still be effective. So, it was interesting seeing him play over on the right-hand side and equipped himself very, very, very well. So, yeah, good game, man. 2 assists as well. So, can't really complain there.
I personally, I want to see him have that number 10 role and have 2 strikers ahead of him.
So that means we play a diamond.
I think he would be amazing with that. And you've got 2 good forwards in front of you. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be peak. I think it would be peak like that. To be honest.
It's weird, right? Because obviously, looking back at the shape in yesterday's game, it was very similar to what we did against Crystal Palace. In many ways, that whole kind of like 4 and then a box midfield and then 2 forwards. And I think this is where you've got to give Slot his credit, right? Because it's almost like he proper analyzes things and works out, why did this work? Why did this not work? And I think going back to that Palace game, the width was trying to come from the 2 fullbacks, right? And then the strikers might then pull by depending on where the actual play was. Whereas in this game, it's almost like there was a dedicated plan of the width's going to come from the right back and then Cody. So it was like a mad lopsided system. Every now and then, but you almost just the way he's lined it up. So then we had like a 3, a 2, the 2 guys wide, Wirtz starting there, coming in field, and it just felt perfectly balanced. So yeah, maybe I guess Artie, like we kind of can do this, but in that kind of like 4-2-2 system, where Wirtz starts on the left, there's 2 forwards, then there's a guy right. The only issue is, and look, I have to be honest about players in form. As much as I would drop Cody, he's playing well. So, and he's showing a bit of quality, because you see with Cody, I think that's why I get frustrated with him sometimes. Because of his ball striking, he can almost do like an Ashley Young role where actually he's not even always trying to beat his man and shoot. He can just hold wide and cross, because his crossing ability is blatantly good. And you see yesterday, he was just servicing the forwards. It was a service game, service, crossing. So he can do that. So I feel it would almost be unfair to drop Cody right now, in my opinion. So I think unless you kind of play him centrally with Wirtz and then you have him pull out so that you could do that. I mean, with Hugo. So it's a tricky one, but I do think Cody should be playing like right now, especially after Frankfurt.
Right now, on form, Cody's got to play. If you're picking on form, Cody's got to play.
Yeah, agree.
It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? He's got to play for me right now. But I think you've got to be honest and really look at your team, and these guys who are not performing need to sit down. Simple. I don't care about name. If you ain't performing, I don't give a monk. Sit down. And that's the long and short of it. So for me, Cody has to play right now. He has to start. But on the weekend, he has to hold bench. Salah.
Cody.
Salah.
Oh,
come on. It's not Cody, obviously. Salah has to hold bench.
Yeah.
So will you do the same system that we did yesterday, or do you play Wirtz as the 10 and then move Chiesa to the right?
Do you know what? I might keep the same system, because you know what, it worked for them. Hopefully, let them see if they can work with it and try and get used to it, rather than changing and getting to the diamond what I would like. Let's keep the same system. Only changes you're going to have to make, obviously, is what's his name?
Bradley coming in instead of
Bradley coming in for Frimpong. Yeah. And I would put in Chiesa
for Mo.
But he's
got legs. He's hungry. My man was running to close down and all. Bro, this is what I want to see.
Yeah, this is what it is, man.
So you know what? Those are the 2 changes I would make. Even Curtis Jones.
Balled out
yesterday. The only thing with Curtis is, though, you have to give him that chance to try and see if he can be consistent. There was a conversation ongoing on, Curtis has never reached the levels, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. Then he had the next man saying, but yeah, he's a baller, this, that, and the other. And when I made my comment, it was this. Yeah, he's a baller, but you know what? He's not been consistent. And that's why he hasn't reached them levels. So hopefully, if he can get that run and try and be consistent, and obviously he's not a natural DM, we know that.
It's funny because I feel like he's very good in the role. I just think you see with us sometimes it's balance, isn't it? And I feel like, unfortunately for Curtis, when he's come in the team in recent games, he's played with Grav, and I think the 2 of them are very, don't get me wrong, they're different, but they've got a lot of the same kind of characteristics and traits. They're ball carriers, they're good in possession. Grav's a bit more technically secure than Curtis, and he's a bit more like Grav doesn't need as many touches to influence the game. But I think what Dom gave us yesterday was somebody who's going to be a bit more risky with their passing. And I just think Dom's passing, because like the chance for Isak when Isak tries to beat the keeper. I think if that's Grav, he passes to the man next to him. Like he just keeps it simple. Where I just think having one of them just literally changing the tempo with their passing, I think it just creates a real great balance. And look, if Curtis and Grav can learn to do that even better, but I just think, those two, especially Curtis and Grav, are almost too reliant on changing the tempo with their ball carrying or when they're pressed. And I just feel like just showing a bit of kind of a variety, like with the passing, if they can learn that, then I think both of them go to the next level and Grav to the very, very, very top of the tree.
What did you guys think when you see that Grav was out injured?
I wasn't too worried, because I generally thought he would replace the Bosley and Curtis, and I thought they would work well together.
Yeah.
Stoney?
Yeah, no, not. I mean, look, we don't want it to be a long-term injury, but comfortable enough to know that we've got a squad of players, and you, both of you have mentioned on previous shows as well. If there's an opportunity for somebody else to actually come into the squad, then try and make it uncomfortable for that player to actually come back. So the opportunity to come in, I'm sure Curtis is trying to bide his time to play in there as well, and more so, especially for Curtis, knowing that Mac 10 is still having an indifferent beginning of the season as well. So who knows, But yeah, no, I wasn't heavily concerned with that. Not heavily concerned.
Okay. So going forward, how important is it at this time now that we get 3 points against Brentford?
It's everything at the moment because we've just got to, because I didn't even looked at the table. I think we're Arsenal 4 points ahead of us. Was it 5?
Yeah,
4. So it's basically 2 results. So that can't become 3 results.
Yeah.
So we
especially
need
the way that they're playing right now and gaining in confidence.
Yeah.
The only thing with Arsenal that I'd always say, sorry, Sony, is they really are like extremes, right? And I think they're one of these teams where a draw can completely derail them and his head's gone. So once I think you're close to them and touching distance, I think you're all right, because they could play brilliantly, be unlucky, draw the game, the referee gives a 50-50 against them, and before you know it, it's meltdowns. They get a player sent off, Arteta switching in the media, the fans they're all against us. I always feel they're always on the verge of imploding. So just stay close to them.
Well, I don't know about that this season, with them. I'm telling you now, with that squad that they've got, I'm telling you now, I'm not too sure, bro.
But I'd say though, if you watch their games, how many of their games has their first goal been a set piece? Like, they get frustrated. It's just that it eventually comes by a set piece. And even in that Newcastle game, that weekend really was fine margins, Yeah,
it was.
Because we could have won the game. Obviously, we lose it last minute. Kirkes in the clearance, and then Frimpong Ray defends the post. But that game, Gabriel could have easily, that penalty could have easily stuck against him when he slids down it, like in his arms up. That could have been a penalty. But more importantly, he should have been sent off. The ball's not in play. The ball's in the air. It's somewhere gone. He runs up to Walter Marder and basically shoves his arm into his face. That's a red card. Like, it's not like they can argue that we're both going for the ball and then going for the ball. I've done that. The ball's nowhere to be seen. He runs up to him and hits him in his face. So these little small margins, this is what I say, man. It was a long season. And look, the way Haaland's playing, Haaland might save us.
Doctor, the reason why I'm saying that is because to come back for them right now, the way they're playing, is Jesus, Havertz, Madueke, and Odegaard. This is a serious squad, bro.
For me, it's the best squad in the league. I said that time ago.
That's serious. It's serious. And they seem to have, right now, that fire. They seem to have a fire.
They never fire.
I must say, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah. But as you said, I think the only thing we could do is focus on ourselves. I think we got, you mentioned, yeah, so we got Brentford at home, and then we got Palace again.
No, aren't we away to Brentford?
Yeah, we're away to Brentford, and then so in terms of us trying to put a series of games together where we're getting good performances and results. So we got Brentford, which you mentioned is going to be a tricky game, away, and then we got Palace at home.
Jesus.
And then we got three home games, haven't we? So we got Palace, Villa, and Real Madrid. So you're right. It's important that we focus on getting a good performance and result against Brentford, because I'm sorry, I'm fed up of playing against Palace and then getting us over on us. So yeah, we have to put Palace to bed there, man. In that cup game.
They lost tonight. So who? Yeah. I think AEK Lakana.
Okay.
Palace.
Yeah.
Bro, so I think from when they beat us, I don't think they've won since.
Who, Palace? Is it?
No.
Oh, but they ain't lost that many though.
No, so they hadn't
I think they've drawn a lot.
So they hadn't lost in, I think, 18 games. And then we played them. And I think since we played them, I don't think they've won.
No, you might be right there, you know.
Because they lost to Everton.
Yeah.
They should have lost to Bournemouth, but then they could have won in the last minute. So was it Bournemouth and that 3-3 from last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You're right about that.
So, yeah. And then, like you said, they've lost again today. So, listen, I think we can go on the run. I just think Slot needs to just basically do what he did yesterday, get the right system, players in form, and players who can run. And in guys like, if Curtis Jones is fit, and I think he's been unlucky with injuries, small ones, like he gets a run of form, plays well, picks up a niggle, misses 3 games, misses it. But I just generally think the team we played yesterday, the way those players are, they'll believe they can do that against anybody. Like Ekatike right now says to himself, later, I'm the guy, innit?
Yep.
Like, I'm the guy. I've come to this club. I've looked a man in training. Okay, cool. Isak, you first came and you look mad. But actually, right now, I'm better than you. Mo Salah, you can't chat to me. Like, realistically, the only man in this team who can chat to me is Florian Wirtz. So when we play against Real Madrid, he's going to have that confidence. He's going to go on there and be like, I'm showing you, man, something in there. So, yeah, I'm confident right now that Slot just doesn't do nonsense. Plays man who are fit and you can run, who you're in form. Then I reckon that we'll go on a good run. Because like Stoney was saying, bro, I saw a montage of the Man U game. We missed so many chances. So many chances.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
we did.
So, yeah, man. Like,
good chances as well, man. How did Cody miss that header?
Because the Bray don't practice heading, bro. That's why.
That was the killer. That was the killer for me. Seriously. That was the killer. You know, when you hit the post and that, you're like, all right, unlucky. But you see when you miss that header from there.
You know what it is, bro? It's this whole like wide forward fascination. You know, everyone's always like, where are all the strikers gone? It's because these Bres who 20, 30, 15 years ago, these guys would have been strikers. Cody Gakpo 25 years ago is a striker. He's a forward. He's a player who plays centrally. Bres like Morgan Rogers. You're basically Stan Collymore, but you just want to play number 10. Like these guys would have been up front. Like, how are you 6'4" and you're a winger and you can't head them? Who was the last 6'4" winger who you saw?
I can't name one.
I agree with you, Doctor. Football changed. From you getting Dan Burn playing left back, and Dan Burn must be about 24. You know, the football is completely changed.
Dan Burn is 6'7".
And playing left back.
That's bananas.
Like, these men are meant to be strikers, isn't it? It's like Rashford, you're a striker. You just don't want to be a striker because you don't want to play back to goal. I just think this new system of football, Messi, Ronaldo era, has just always just confused the academy system. These players are strikers, isn't it? Learn to head the ball, bro. That's a part of the game.
Trust me, Mac. Demas, you see that? Talk about Arsenal squad. He says, let it all work out. Let it all work out. Oh, all right, Demas. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Please, because I'll tell you what, anyhow they slip, they'll be the first people I'm coming for. I got Arsenal man phoning me up singing Victor Gyökeres songs and all sorts of nonsense and leaving voicemails on my... Yo, listen. It's depressing.
Right now, David O.E. basically like became my side link this week. And I said to him, O.E., like, what's going on? Because for like 4 days in a row, I was getting a good night message from my man, a good morning message from my man. Bro, like, I'm looking at my phone, it's midnight, the man sending me a meme or an Instagram, Isak's overpriced or satin, or slots lost the plots, something like that. 6 a.m. The next message, I'm saying, like, rude boy, like, what going on here, really? Like, there's banter, but you're sending me a good night message. It's like 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Stop that.
6, 7, killing me. I was like, oh, all right, cool, innit? Cool. I see it now. So I said, yeah, I see.
This is why people don't like Arsenal fans, you know.
Well,
Most of them anyway. I'm telling you, this is why people don't like them. So, gentlemen, before we wrap this up, how do we see this game going this weekend?
3-1.
Okay. 3-1 away win.
One slot don't do not. Bro, I think we've got bare goals in us.
Is that 3-1 if we don't play Salah?
I think it's 3-1 if Slot don't do nonsense. I don't mind playing Salah if everything else is as it should be. I wouldn't play Salah, but I'm not against Salah playing if, like everyone else can do what they need to do.
Okay. Stoney?
3-1. You know I don't ever get no results.
We're going 3-1 as well, yeah?
I'm going for 3-1, which means that the game's not going to be 3-1. So yeah, 3-1 to Liverpool.
Oh God. Please. Yo. Please.
Oh God. That's right.
I tell you. Okay, peoples, you heard it here. They're going for 3-1, gentlemen here. So let's see how we do on Saturday. Peoples, do remember, hit that like, that share, that subscribe, and we will be back next week. Same time, same place. It's all about Cop Talk, peoples. Do remember that, yeah? All about. So, Stoney, I'm going to say thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well. And for anybody tuning in to listen to the show, if you're not doing anything on Saturday, get down to Leatherhead, the youth football club. If you want to see RT in real life and get a signature from the host of Cop Talk, we'll be playing in the Black History Cup down at Leatherhead Youth Football Club. So that's River Lane, Leatherhead, KT22OAY.
Hey, he'll be playing too. Stoney, listen, he's the top man because he'll be playing and reffing. That's how much skills he's got, yeah? He'll be playing and reffing. So, yeah, get down there if you can. Yeah, for real. It starts off from about, the first game, I think, is about 10:15 kickoff. And we've got games going right up until in the evening times. So you've got the vets, over 50s. You've got the over 18s. You've got a women's game going on, over 16s, women's. You've got gents, over 35s. Loads of stuff. There'll be food stalls, all kinds down there. So it'll be a good day out. So for real, if you're not doing nothing, get down there for real. Doctor?
Listen, man, let's get that 3 points, man. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, man.
I hear you.
Simple as that.
All right, my peoples. Say good night and God bless.